Lincoln regular basketball on WLCN 96.3 and streaming live at WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, AAA Window Siding and Doors, The Carpet House, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Lincoln IGA, Fifth Street Food Mart, Timbercrest Veterinary Service, the Lincoln Park District, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln College, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, St. Clara's Manor, Eaton Corporation, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Headline Salon LLC, Citizens to elect Kevin Bateman for Lincoln Mayor, Family Custom Cleaners, Laundry, Tanning and U-Haul, Denise Costello Salon at 416 Holly Drive, Gary's Drywall, Finishing, Painting and Power Washing, Connect Construction, Lincoln Dare, AG Farms, and by Stuffteria Pizza.
Sounds familiar. You probably remember him a number of years ago wearing a Chatham-Glenwood uniform.
That's got to be tough, coming from Chatham, a hated rival in SHG, and you played there and smashed heads against the Cyclones in football and basketball, and now you're sitting the sideline for that team you like to put on the sideline.
SHG wins the opening tip. Jumper from the left side is going to be short. Rebound comes down to Drew Bacon. Railers dressed in the home whites with green lettering and numerals trimmed in red. They also have the green across the shoulder. SHG in their road black uniforms.
Tough shot already for the first shot by Snodgrass. Interesting to see how a freshman reacts here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. His first time here playing in a game.
Hullinger corner three on the way, just where he left off last night.
A nice job by Bowers to get into the middle of the lane and kicked out. He didn't try to force something over the big trees that SHG can put out there, 6'5", but he was able to kick it out to Hullinger, and Hullinger right back where he left off.
Nice play underneath, slotted away twice by Bryson Kirby, taking it away from Broker. Bowers on the far side to Kirby. Minute gone by, Railers with the only score of the night, a three from Hullinger. Far side to Titus. Titus bounced to Bryson Kirby, up for three on the way. That rattles in and out. Rebound to Broker.
Looked good, deep three by Kirby, but he hit a couple of those last night, and nice penetration by Titus to set up his shooter. Just couldn't get it to go down.
Snodgrass, the freshman, on the far side to O'Connor. And then we've got a reach going to be whistled on the Railers. First foul of the night comes at the 6:27 mark of the first quarter. First on Bryson, first on the team. O'Connor will inbound on the baseline. Into the corner, down low, back up on top for Snodgrass. Slipped out of bounds and slipped into the backcourt, over and back.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already for SHG to start the game. 2 good defensive possessions so far for the Railers. A couple good offensive. Got one to go from Hullinger for 3. Kirby rimmed one out. So it'd be nice to see if we could get some sort of backdoor resemblance of the type of defense.
There it is, backdoor from Cannon to Isaiah. Isaiah underneath in the lane, kicks back out to Bryson. Back rim, no. Titus Cannon, though, comes in and gets the rebound.
A lot of resemblance in the defense that Krager played at SHG, or at Chatham when he was there.
Bryson, another try. This one's good for 3.
He's brought the same thing to Griffin, and now Krager wants to get a quick timeout. Not happy with covering up the shooters, but I tell you what, Jeff, the Railers have done a good job of penetrating in and kicking out.
And you talk about a lot of the same defense that Krager played when he was at Glenwood. And he's seen this before. He knows what can happen. Nolan hits his first 3. Bryson gets his first 3 to go down. It can go real quick if you're the opponent watching Lincoln build a lead on those 3s.
Yeah, and he's, it's kind of that defense where it's really packed in solid inside. Tough for anybody to really penetrate to. It's really tough to penetrate and get a score in there because there's so many guys in the lane. But the Railers so far have done a good job of getting in the lane, but yet kicking out.
In the contest for SHG is 6'2" senior Tim Brenneisen. He has the basketball here in the backcourt. Gets it over on the far side to Snodgrass. Now to O'Connor. Snodgrass to Brenneisen. They break the pressure. Flip back out. 5:35 to go. Railers with the only 6 of the night. Broker back out. Brenneisen to O'Connor.
Yeah, kind of a key too. Kirby picked up that early foul in the first quarter. He's been prone here in this the young season to pick up 2 fouls in the first half. He's got to be careful. That's a charge. Yeah.
Now that was an easy one. Drew Bacon stepped in. O'Connor went down the lane. Nobody got in his way until they got just past the CS8 logo, and there was Drew drawing the charge.
Guy that took quite a few of those is sitting directly below you, and Gavin Block, the sophomore over at Ohio University, was probably on a little Christmas break. Got the chance to see his sister play before a little bit earlier. The sophomores were a winner 61-29. I'll have to check that again. I think 61-29 was the score of the sophomores. So a big victory again for the Railers, sophomore Railers, to improve to 3-0 on the young season for them.
Bryson goes one way, then the other. Nice backdoor cut by Cannon. Kirby found him, tight, just couldn't get the layup to go down. Rebound for SHG going the other way. Brenneisen from the right side 3 is up and good.
63-21. Sorry about that. But yeah, Brenneisen, the quarterback, I believe, didn't take long for him to get in the game and hit that corner. I remember him hitting a few off of us last year.
Isaiah down low, the pass to Bacon. Tried to get it back out to Isaiah, went through his hands. Titus finds Bryson on the left side for 3. That's off, no good. Rebound to Brenneisen. Foul's going to be whistled on the Railers as O'Connor went down. That's not where the foul was called. But on the play on the outside, it was Drew Bacon picking up his second on the team. 4:38 to go, first quarter. Railers with a 6-3 lead. Brenneisen tries another 3. That one rolls off, no good. Broker slips inside for the rebound. His putback's no good, and Drew Bacon comes in and takes it away. Cannon along the right sideline, kicks it over the left side to Bacon. Isaiah top of the key, back to Cannon.
Like to see Isaiah convert on one of those layups that he's been able to get to the lane, but he's been reluctant to shoot it when he got in there a couple times. He's passed out for open shots, but we've got to have layups inside.
Isaiah looks to make a move down the lane. Strong move. The reverse to fall down.
Yeah, there's Isaiah at his game, using his quickness, getting to the basket. Too quick for his man, and plus once he gets in there, the strongest kid on the Railer team.
Broker makes to make a move on the inside. Kick back out now to O'Connor. Back down low, fake one way, turn the other way, shot off the glass too hard. Broker tries to get it, Hullinger taps it away. Tracked down in the corner by SHG. 3.5 to go, Lincoln with an 8-3 lead. Broker, nice pass underneath off the glass, it'll go down, count it for Snodgrass, and he will go to the line. And that foul underneath, Josh, is the 3rd team foul, but more importantly, the 2nd on Drew Bacon. And so Drew is going to head to the bench with Ben Grunder coming in.
Yeah, and it looked like Drew would try to slap down at the basketball rather than just making Snodgrass shoot over the top of him. And, a big guy at 6'5" with Bacon and some long arms, he's just got to, trying to get the guy to shoot over top of him. He may get a block shot. May be able to redirect that shot, but one time you get slapped down, and that time Snodgrass was strong enough to get it up on the board and converted the 3-point play with the free throw to go down.
8-6, SHG has cut it to 2. We're at the 3:15 mark of the first quarter. Railers come in 7-1, 3-0 in the conference. Isaiah hands back to Hullinger, down the right side to Grunder. Cannon and Hullinger play catch, now left side to Kirby. It's interesting. It was great to see the Railers shooting as well as they did, Josh, and scoring as many points as they did in the first quarter. But you've watched the Railers for so long. This is the kind of pace they seem much more comfortable at.
Yeah, but then also, though, you've got to hit that shot when you do get it, because you've burnt so much time off the clock that you've got to hit them when you get a chance. And so far, we haven't been a great shooting team as of now. Kirby gets his 2 or 3 a game. Hullinger finally came through with a couple of threes last night. But when you hold it for 20, 30, 40 seconds at a time, well, you've really got to convert because your possessions are real limited.
Well, and we just talked about that, talking about making the shot. That last possession resulted in a travel and a turnover, so what's just as important to even get that shot.
Right.
2:39 to go, 8-6, Lincoln the lead here at Roy S. Anderson. Snodgrass, the freshman, over to O'Connor. Trapped by Grunder and Kirby. Kicks it out to Brenheisen between the circle. Now on the left wing, Snodgrass dumps it back to Jack Bowl in the game for the first time. 3 on the way. It's up, and it is good. Jaden Snodgrass, he's got their last 6, and SHG is taking the lead at 9-8. We told you this is not an SHG team from the past 3 or 4 years. This is a team that's really going to give the Railers a battle tonight.
Yeah, they can score, and it looks like they've gone a lot better defensively. That's been a lot of their trouble is they've been able to score a few years, but they've just not been able to get stops. And this year their defense is a lot better. They're more aggressive.
Grunder in the corner fires a 3 and connects. Well, the Railers had a season-high 10 threes last night. Already 3 here tonight. They've got the lead, 11-9. And then traveling called as Hullinger and Cannon were set up for a trap just over the timeline, and Snodgrass whistled for steps. Tate Sloan in the contest for the Railers for the first time, the 5'9" junior. He replaces Titus Cannon. Sloan, Hullinger, Bowers, Grunder, Kirby on the floor for the Railers. 90 seconds left here in the first. Hullinger, here comes Bowers across the lane. Kicks back out, goes right through Grunder's hands. Turnover. I think the officials are kind of looking at each other to say, did you see a tip? And nobody did. So pass a little too tough for Ben to handle. And turnover gives it back to the Cyclones. Cross court across the top of the zone. Snodgrass tries to make a bounce pass. It was touched by a Railer, so it'll stay with SHG. (11-9), Railers on top. O'Connor, watched by Sloan and Kirby. Brenheisen tipped away. That slap you heard was Bryson. Slapped it away and then landed on the shoulders of a couple teammates.
That's what you got him over there for, a little cushion if you decide to go into the stands. And Kirby was there last night, I think so, over that area.
Well, I think last night it was Brandon that had a lap full of Kirby, and now a turnover, stepping on the end line. So both teams having some trouble here the past couple minutes. Not even looking crisp.
No, not at all. And that's what you get when, you've really got probably two decent defenses now. Not great offenses.
Nolan 3, back rim no.
And you struggle to find those open areas. And I think as SHG gets playing a little more against this 1-2-2, they're going to find a few more openings. And I think as the Railers play against SHG here in the second quarter and on, that they'll find a few more as well.
O'Connor stumbled again, lost it, still loose. And then we've got a travel called on the Cyclones, and that's at least 2, maybe 3 times that O'Connor's lost his footing going into the lane. I don't know if he's just getting ahead of himself or what's going on.
Trying to do a little too much, a little too fast than what he's normally used to. But, the Railers need a big score here. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Railers up 11-9.
Grunder watches the clock tick down to 10. Now with the dribble, trying to find a teammate, gets it over to Sloan. Down to 6. Bryson fires one up. It's on the way. And there's a whistle before the shot, so the Railers will have it out of bounds on the baseline. Foul on O'Connor, his second, but that's now also his second. 4.8 to go. Ingram in, O'Connor out. Kirby will fire in for the Railers. Bryson looking. Lob play caught by Isaiah. Isaiah turns one way, looks the other, fires it up from 15, won't go in. And that's where quarter number 1 will end. At the end of 1, Railers with the lead. It's Lincoln 11, SHG 9. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Second quarter of action about to get started. I want to thank Lincoln Printers and Stuffed-A-Ria Pizza. Before and after the game, it's Stuffed-A-Ria Pizza. We're sponsoring Railer basketball this year. Isaiah with a strong move and had it stripped away. Nice defense by Jack Bull. Just reached in and took it away from the junior. So a turnover by the Railers on the first possession of the second quarter. Again, gives the Cyclones a chance to tie or take the lead early. And a foul is going to be whistled. I think they got Nolan on the bump out near the timeline. For Nolan, that's one. Team, that's 4. Brenheisen will inbound for the Cyclones, and Coach Kyle Krager into the freshman Snodgrass. Over to Ingram, down on the baseline, swatted away. Nice defense by Grunder as Austin Chapman, the 6'3 senior, had a little 6-footer, but Grunder came from the backside and knocked it away, so it'll stay with the Cyclones. Inbounded out to Brenheisen near the timeline. Brenheisen on the right side. They get it into Chapman again. Chapman, strong move. A little too strong with the shot, though, as it rolled off the front of the rim. Tate Sloan comes out with the rebound into the front court for the Railers.
Yeah, no sensitivity in Chapman's game. He just bowled over Bowers and got right to the basket. Didn't make the layup, but he just put his shoulder into him and moved Isaiah out pretty quickly out of the lane.
And then the Railers come down, and a travel's called on Bowers, so the Railers give it right back. And then it's taken right back again by Nolan as he stuck that big paw out there and got the steal. 7 minutes to go in the first half. 11-9, Lincoln with the lead.
SHG approaching more turnovers than points, and that can never be good. 7 turnovers now for SHG, 9 points on the scoreboard. The Railers with 3 turnovers, and now another foul by SHG.
Foul was called on Brenhausen on the baseline. Kirby gets it into Grunder. He's swinging around the perimeter. Grunder was open for a second, couldn't get it to him.
Yeah, wide open.
So Bryson hands to Sloan. And then a foul is going to be whistled, it looks like, on Bowl. That'll be his first, the 4th on the team. And Josh, you said it early in the pregame, if it wasn't SHG, you wouldn't think it would be physical, but you know it will be.
Yeah, and you would be a little agitated at a foul like that, but that's coming.
Bryson, high arcing 3, rims in and out, no good. Had a good look, just didn't go down. Rebound by the Cyclones. Double team comes. They get out of it. Snodgrass, top of the key. Back to Bowl. 6.5 to go in the first half. A little less scoring than we had last night. Just 11-9, Railers with the lead. Inside, Chapman. Turns from 11 and gets it to go down. Chapman ties it at 11. Chapman came in averaging just about 10 points a contest. 6 minutes to go in the first half, knotted at 11. Chapman, second leading scorer for the Cyclones, behind Snodgrass.
Yeah, you'd like to see Grunder able to take the ball to the hole against Chapman.
So he fires a 3, top of the key, back rim, no. And that's the frustrating thing. Railers are getting some looks, but when they miss, the rebounds aren't coming to them.
No, and we're not going after them either. And that Ben's got a speed advantage and an athletic advantage on Chapman.
Steal by Bryson Kirby. Bryson goes in for the easy layup. Good D by the senior, and the Railers are back up 13-11. Bryson with 5. Snodgrass to Brenheisen. Stops again at the double team. Snodgrass watched by Sloan. Near side to Brenheisen. Back to Ingram. Brenheisen a long 3 off the back of the rim. No, fight for the rebound. Kirby saves it in bounds. Nice job.
Run.
Gets it to Isaiah. Isaiah finds an open to Grunder. Right side to Nolan. Spots for 3 is good.
See, a nice push by Bowers. He didn't score, but he just put some pressure on the defense, and that's one thing the Railers have got to do with this club is put pressure on the defense. Don't let them set up. We've got guys that can come in and do just as good a job, so we can run and pressure and do all that kind of things. And if you get tired, you've got a chance to get a sub for a couple minutes, but we've got to push the tempo a little bit more.
Underneath, they try to get it to Brenheisen, 3 on the way, left it way short. That was a shot from Ingram. Another rebound for the Railers. Isaiah across the timeline, pushing it again. Finds an open Bryson Kirby. Had it knocked out of his hands by Brenheisen. Turnover back to the Cyclones. 16-11, Railers with the advantage. 4:10 to go in the first half. Snodgrass over to Brenheisen. Snodgrass will fire a long 3 and connect. The freshman with 9.
Nice jump shot, too. That was from a couple steps behind the three-point line. Nice elevation on the jumper. A good spin, the rotation you want as a shooter, and he's going to be a good one for a while.
Cyclones cut it to 2. And then we got another foul underneath, and it really looks like the defense for the Cyclones, Josh, is making an emphasis on making sure they're bumping and very physical with Lincoln's cutters.
Bumping and holding. Yeah, you're not going to get a lot of cuts through the lane without getting a hip check or a shoulder check or your jersey held onto. So you got to be tough, strong going through the lane. And at that time that you don't expect to be open, you've got to look and make sure you're available because you may not get very few of them.
4th team foul for the Cyclones. Zach Morris into the contest for Lincoln for the first time, along with Cannon back in. So Grunder, Bowers, Cannon, Kirby, and Morris on the floor for Lincoln.
Yeah, our offense is just way too far out too, Jeff. You know, we're at 35 feet, and it's really hard to make a guy guard you if you're so far from the hoop. Isaiah
from the high post tried to get it down to Ben, couldn't handle the pass. Taken away again by the Cyclones. It's one of those games where you just feel like you keep giving SHG chance after chance to stay in this game. Mosley over to Max Heinzel, a 5'8 junior. Taken away by Zach Morris. Head to Titus Cannon. Titus finds an open Bryson Kirby on the side for 3. Rattled in and out, no good.
Man, he's had some good looks tonight. Just not been able to get him to go.
2:40 to go, tipped away, stolen. Titus goes in. Looked like he might have been grabbed, but Titus at least will go to the line shooting 2. And credit SHG, the defender. He was a hard foul, and he wasn't going to make the basket.
Good foul, too, you know.
Titus at the line shooting 2. Railers' first free throws of the night. Titus' first free throw up and good.
Yeah, again, as you said, Jeff, we kind of get that 4-6 point lead, and then we let them get back with a 3, and it's been Snodgrass with a few of those. So the Railers have got to, when they get that little bit of a lead, try and step on the gas a little bit more and extend this thing out. You know, a 10-point lead might be a big one in this game.
Titus hits them both, his first 2 of the night. Railers up 18-14. 3 from the left side is up and good. Connor Ingram brings it to 18-17. Morris over to Grunder. Titus is going to drive in, lots of contact. Blocking foul is going to be whistled on SHG. That's going to be Mosley picking up his first foul, and Titus will go back to the line shooting 2. I know I'm not good at math, but I think it should be 18-17. Up there they finally changed it. Is that Joe again?
If it wasn't, we could blame it on him.
Titus free throw, that one off, no good. Railers came in tonight, Josh, a 66% free throw shooting team, and we know we've seen Railer teams in the past that have been much better than that.
Yeah, that's been really a downfall from game 1 when we really started out rough.
Stolen by Titus, nice, up and good.
Ooh, he's about got another one. Now he's starting to be a little more active. Once steal leads to a layup, Titus becomes a little more active up on that top.
Railers have extended to a 21-17 lead, 1:56 to go. They're taking time. We will stay here and thank Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, the Eaton Corporation, Lincoln Dare, and Officer Christy Frouzet, and Connect Construction for their sponsorship of Railer basketball this year. And boy, this nice little run here by the Railers has all come from number 1, Titus Cannon.
Well, he got in the pressure, pulled up a little bit. He got a steal and then got fouled on the a layup attempt. And then he got another steal after he missed the free throw and got the layup to go down this time. So, yeah, it's been sparked by one, and you see his effort, his intensity pickup after he tips a few balls away and gets a few steals. We've got to have that out of one all the time.
Isn't it strange how players are like that? And not say that they're hanging back, but they have one good thing happen, and all of a sudden it's like, well, then this can happen,
right,
and then this can happen.
Yeah, I can do that more. Yeah, and you wouldn't think that happens all the time, but you see it. You know, even your shooting, we talk about all the time. We're a totally different defensive team when our threes are going down. It's just when one thing's good, the other's going to be right behind it.
So after the timeout, 1:45 to go in the first half. Lincoln up 21-17. Titus swats it away from the backside, and then Zach Morris is going to be whistled for the foul on the near sideline in front of the student section. Zach picking up his first foul. But there you see again, Titus dropping all the way down and knocking it away.
Got the tip away, just Railers couldn't come up with the steal.
1:43 left. O'Connor to inbound. Gets it out to Snodgrass, now to Brenheisen. And just think, as you said, Snodgrass just a freshman for SHG.
Yeah, going to be good. 24. Broker just a sophomore, 6'5". Hasn't done anything tonight, but he was good last year.
Brenheisen's three is no good, but a foul is going to be whistled, and Brenheisen, I think, is going to go to the line for the three that matches his jersey. Foul on Bryson Kirby, his second.
3 free throws,
sixth
too.
on the team, so Brenheisen to the line for 3. Tim Brenheisen, the 6'2" senior, first one on the way, is up and good. SHG came into tonight, Josh, a 69% free throw shooting team. .128 to go. Second one on the way. That one good as well. Nolan Reed for SHG. Nolan Hollinger for the Railers. Not many times you're going to have two Nolans come into the game at the same time. Brenheisen is certainly methodical at the free throw line. But whatever works, he got all 3.
In a row.
He has 6.
Brings the Cyclones within 1, and we talked about it. We get that 4-point lead, and SHG is always there to answer back.
Minute 20 left. Grunder in the right corner. Watched by Brenheisen. Back out to Cannon at the timeline. Now far side to Morris on the wing. Hollinger. All the Railers outside the three-point line. One cuts through, then another, but not much going to the basket right now.
No, tough to get, and we've got to have Titus, there we go, get a little motion going toward the basket. Guys got to get to that free throw line area to make anything happen. Our offense is 35 feet from the basket right now, and I don't know if coaches decide to try and hold it for one. If he is, looks like SHG is probably going to let us.
Down to 35 seconds. Railers up 1, 21-20. Yeah, SHG is sagged off a little bit, so as we're down to 25, Zach Morris just hangs on to it near the center jump circle, and Coach Alexander gets the officials' attention. The Railers are going to take a 30-second timeout. So again, that gives us a chance to thank some of the sponsors of Railer basketball, including Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, and Grimaldi Law Office. 23 seconds to go. Railers up by 1, 21-20. And certainly a more paced game for the Railers. But unlike last night, when we're getting the shots, just the difference it makes when you're getting those open shots and they're just not going down.
Yeah, Bryson's had a few. You know, Nolan's had a few where Nolan had three threes, I believe, in the first half last night. Had one early and then couldn't get the rest of the couple to go down tonight. So, yeah, it's a tale of two different games. Well, we had, 22 at the end of quarter last night, I think, and we've got 21 here almost to end the first half.
So after the timeout, Cannon, Hollinger, Kirby, Grunder. Bowers on the floor for the Railers. Tied us into the front court with 15 seconds. Now on the left side to Grunder. Here comes Hollinger between the circles. Top of the key, down to 6. Trying to get Bryson free on a screen. Here it is, 3 on the way. Off no good. Isaiah the rebound, and he was held by Snodgrass.
Bonus.
And with 1.8, Isaiah crashed the board and got it, and so he'll go to the line shooting 1 and 1.
Yeah, good job. Way to be active, Isaiah. Keep that play alive. You know, I like the time that we shot it, too. It gave us a chance to get a rebound. You know, more than likely, you get that last second shot, SHG picks it off with a second, they're going to have a really tough time of scoring all the way on the other end. But it gives our guys a chance to get a rebound and put it back in. That time Bowers didn't stand and watch and didn't stand and think that Bryson was going to make that three. He went to the basket and got a rebound, and now he's going to be rewarded, hopefully.
Free throw up and good.
First free throw is good.
Up and good by Isaiah, 22-20. Isaiah now with 3. Still 1.8 to go. Second one, that one good as well. Railers up 3. Is that the lead they will take into the locker room? Brenheisen down court, intercepted by Grunder. Half-court shot on the way, won't go down. Halftime, Railers with the advantage. It is Lincoln 23, SHG 20. We'll be back with the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.